up? This is JilliBling. How are you today? I would love to share with you a new bundle that is available March 2nd, so you could get it now. Butterfly Brilliance. And it comes in a 4-piece bundle, or you could do it all a la carte, or you could do just a stamp set and the dies. So there's a stamp set, and all of these stamps are all in one piece, all together, which is okay, but when you see the power of the die, what all it can do, it's wonderful. So there's the stamp set, there is paper, designer paper, 6x6 butterfly bijou, 6x6 paper, and here's the die. The die will cut out, let me get just one sheet, see if that helps. This die, look what it does with the paper. It perfectly cuts that out. How convenient is that? And if you use the stamp it on paper, this die will perfectly cut out all 6 butterflies at one time. Very nice, very convenient. I had to cut this paper a little bit bigger than expected. I think I did it 4.5 by 6 just to make sure I didn't cut off any of the little butterflies. And to get these, I wanted to make sure that the image was really dark, so I put it on my Stamparatus and stamped it with Memento ink 2 times. So here's my 4x6 paper ready to go. And my Stamparatus. Look how it's all one piece. And you could do them separate too. Like just put a paper right here and get just this one. So stamp it, and I stamped it, inked it twice. And that's how I got this nice, dark, solid image. So the samples I show you today, we'll be using half the designer paper cut out the easy way, and the other half will be the ones that are stamped on the basic white and cut out using the die. Okay, so today we'll be using Butterfly Brilliance, Positive Thoughts. This is a stamp set I've had for a while and I just haven't used. But as I was mounting the stamp set, you know how many times that somebody's just going through like a rough time, you can't really say get well because they can't go to the doctor and get well. They just kind of have to work through it. So sending positive thoughts and feel good wishes, that's really perfect for them. Or some people, far too many lately, they have like a little bit of cancer and they have to go through chemo. And yeah, you'd like to say get well, but more than that, of course you want them to be well, but you want to send them positive thoughts. So I don't know if that's what this set was intended for, but as I started mounting it, I thought, this is a great set for that type of circumstance. And there's so many other circumstances that this would be really nice for. The flowers, butterflies are good for girls, but the feather and the leaves could easily be changed to a guy set. Anyhow, what a find. And also Tasteful Touches, one of my favorite. Great words, great images. Timeless Tulip. I pulled this one out more just for the small words, and I'll show you those here on the sample. Fancy Phrases, again, for the words. We'll be using Stitch Shapes, the 2 larger ovals. Lots of stuff. Okay, so here's the samples. Okay, you're looking at it, it's like cute, using the designer paper, but check this out. Opening it up, you see the pop-up. From that angle, you're probably like, okay, so let me show you it this way. Yeah? See the mechanism in there? And then, if it was sitting at home or on the counter, see how it would just sit there as cute as can be with that butterfly? And then the top part, you could kind of push this oval up and it will latch it so it stays closed. And this one, love it. But my little latch thing, I think I put the oval up too high and so it isn't latching very good. Keeps on popping up, which is nice because it's so cute on the inside. Hey, it matches me. Who knew? Do you ever notice that when you're coloring, you tend to color the same colors as you're wearing? I noticed that. when stampers come to stamp with me, they always seem to be wearing the same color that they're wearing. Okay, so this one is stamped with Memento, and then I colored it. Isn't that pretty? Isn't it vibrant? So simple, so nice. I love this one. And I put on here each of the colors used. Okay, this is my crazy one. Not quite sure what I think about it yet. So my little latch is the leaf, or the petal. I like it when it's open, but the outside, yeah, it's a little bit crazy. It was fun doing it. I don't know. We'll see how many people do this one. Okay, so those are the samples. So today, where was that one? This one here. I kind of like that. So I have a few different papers, but let's get started. Oh, ink pads. I pulled out Memento, Bermuda Bay, and Mint. Mint macaroon. Macaron. And I have 2 templates, and I will list all this on my blog, which is JilliBling.com. I'll list paper sizes, and then I'll show you sizes of these papers. This is 3 by 4. This is, I think, 2 1/4. 2 1/4 by 3/4. But I'll have everything listed out, so you don't have to try to write that down now. And this project, this card, was from Dawn O. Dawn Stampin' Thoughts. You can look her up online. And she's the one who originated this card. Or I think she said somebody else originated it, but I watched her video to know how to do it. And I really like it. It's a lot easier than it looks, and it's very impressive. Thank you, Dawn. I asked Dawn, can I copy? And she was so nice. She replied back, that's why I share, to inspire you. Of course you could copy. Something like that. Very nice. Okay, so these are the papers. So because I have the paper cutter out, let's do the pieces with the scoring. We'll do this piece and this piece here, and we'll do the scoring. Okay, start with that one. So we're going to score at 1, 2, and 3. One. Can you see that? Yeah. 2. 3. Okay, so just to confirm, yep, scored in the right places. And this one we will score at 1 1/4. So when I score this, one piece will be longer than the other, which is the plan. And I'll show you about that in just a minute. Okay, done with that template. Done with my cutter scorer. Okay, so back to here. Here's the pieces. The ones that we just scored, let's go ahead and take your bone folder and confirm the folds. Get a good crease in there. 1, 2, 3. And as you fold each one in, just make sure that you scored straight. I'm just making sure that these 2 little edges line up. Once again, making sure they line up. When you score them using score cutter, it should be just fine. Okay, so there's my scored pieces. Is this pretty? I love the paper. The backside is fun too. So we'll use those. This is inside paper. This is going to be for our oval. I'm using a stitch shape oval. Have that one done. Let's fold this in half. Okay. And this eventually, not quite yet, is going to go to the inside. This piece of designer paper I'm going to stick on now. One note, when you go to stick your designer paper on, apply adhesive just to the perimeter, not to the inside. And the reason we don't want it on the inside is when we use the stitch shape oval and we cut it out, we're going to use the cutout oval. Hold on, I'll show you. Okay, so I just put adhesive around the outside edge. Okay, so here it is run through. This piece, saved for something special, very cute, but this piece we're going to use. That's going to become the part of the mechanism here. So we have that. We have the white, just a little bit smaller stitch shape. We have our little flutter, which is, you know, it really is too big, but if you like it, you can find a way to make it work. It's like, where's all that stuff come from? This is going to go to the inside. And here is our piece for our mechanism. So we can't really start on putting this together until we stamp the inside. Just because if you mess up on the white paper, well, this piece is going to go here, but if we mess up on the white paper, if I stuck it down right now, I can't fix it. So let's stamp the inside. And my newfound favorite stamp, what is that? This one here. I kind of want to use the leaves, the butterfly, and this pretty thing, and maybe hug, prayers, and love. I like these, but they're a little bit too big if I put all this other stuff in. So here are the leaves. Let's do that in mint. I was going to do it in seafoam, but a lot of my stamp pads are being busy right now. They're in other project boxes, along with my favorite blocks. This is a paper pumpkin box, or block, which works just fine, but my fingers like the other ones better. I don't know, what way? How about, should it be straight up and down? There it is. That's really pretty. Okay, and then little butterfly, that could go about here. Now I have to remember that all of this is going to be here. Ooh, might get close to covering that up. And I wanted to put the hugs and prayers here. And I wanted to use this little scrolly thing. Okay, so hugs and love. I'll do that in Bermuda Bay. I do that at the bottom in the middle. Bottom, middle. That's nice. And I think the words in Memento and the butterfly, because I'm going to color it in Memento. That's pretty. It's kind of elegant. Should I put one or two butterflies? It's getting busy. I'll do just one. Okay. So that is all the stamping required. On some of the others, I did stamping on the outside underneath the butterfly. So this one, to color, let's use, because I'm looking at this butterfly that's on the front, so let's use Daffodil and Saffron. So Daffodil Dark, I'll put here toward the inside. Next, I'll do Saffron Dark. I love the blends. Okay, and saffron light. Okay. And put that on the inside. That's very pretty. That's very nice. Okay. New use for my adhesive. Okay, so let's put the card together. This piece here, fold it in half, put adhesive all over one of the panels, one of the first, say panel 1. Because this is the mechanism that makes the whole card work, you might want to go overboard on the adhesive a bit. Okay, don't want any over the edge. Okay, then I'm going to turn it upside down. So this part is sticky. Oop, I got a little over there. Okay, so this part is sticky and it opens up like that. I'm going to put this right into the crease of the card. What is that? Okay, so I'm going to put it right into here, push it against the edge, see, like that. Then I'm going to look through here before I attach it, and I'm just making sure, let me see if you can see, that this amount here is similar to that. It doesn't have to be perfect, but just somewhere similar. And I'm pushing with my hand into the crease. Okay, so that is in there. Yeah, this did cover up a little bit of my plant, but that's okay. And now we're going to put adhesive on this first panel right here. Just want to make sure you can tell which one. The first one right here. So fold it in half and put adhesive at the bottom. Well, I'll show you this way here. See, on the oval, see how there's a crease? You just want to avoid putting adhesive way up there. So I'm using 2 strips and then maybe a little diagonal up here. So I just don't have adhesive down right in this section. So then I'll close this. Okay, so that's part of the mechanism, and it's not sticky here. I avoided putting adhesive right there. Look at that. And it doesn't exactly fold open. If you were to push it further into the corner, it might fully open, but then your card wouldn't close. And I'm just fine with it opening most of the way. Okay, so I got that stuck down. So that's half of the mechanism. The next part is, close your card. This piece right here, you have a long side and short side. I'm going to find my little template here. So, long side, short side. And I'm going to put adhesive on most of this. Maybe try avoiding like 1/8 of an inch on either end. But if you put it all over, that's okay, because we could use our adhesive remover if it starts getting hung up. Okay, so I don't have adhesive right here and no adhesive there. So, sticky side. This piece right here, sticky side down, is going to be stuck right into the middle, and you can eyeball it. It doesn't have to be perfect. And right up against the oval, and stick it down. And yes, it's okay that a little bit hangs over here. You won't see it. And also, let me see. See how a little bit hangs over right here? That's okay. That's part of the plan. Okay. So now let's put adhesive on this flopping up part right here. So it was my friend Shelly's birthday, and Ruby made a card similar to this for Shelly. Loved it, saw it, wanted to do it. So I should say thank you to Ruby too. And thanks to Shelly for having a birthday. Okay, so the next step is to place this oval right back into the hole. But if you strategically plan it down, what is like the smallest little hairline, just a little bit lower than planned, it will act as a latch. So this one here, the oval is just a little bit lower, and then it will hold it closed. On the other hand, this one here, you think it's holding as a latch, but when it sits there on the table, all of a sudden it will pop up, which is cute, but I like it better when I could control and make sure it stays closed. So I'm going to set it here. All of a sudden it pops up. Okay, so with that said, I'm going to put it right in the center and then just drop it down like a 1/64 of an inch, just a